It is alive!
What's up, everyone? I am the Stone and the Sour, the man of the midnight hour, and a dude who brings a whole lot of power, Lucas Hackett, and we welcome you fans to CCW's Resurrection, coming straight to you live from the Lone Star State of Dallas, Texas. We got one heck of a power-packed card, so here's what you can expect here tonight. Kicking off the festivities here first is a 20-man battle royal in which the winner will be named the #1 contender for the CCW United States Championship. Then we head on over to the moment that we all been waiting for, the long-awaited debut of CCW's brand new star, Buck Todd Russell from Time Squad. He goes one-on-one against the worst copycat wrestling promoter ever, Daniel Donahue. Then we take things to the extreme as Daggett Beaver from the Angry Beavers defends his CCW Hardcore Championship in a Hardcore Championship Open Challenge. Just who will have the guts to take Daggett to the extreme? After that, we'll move on to Twilight Sparkle's Beatdown Women's Championship title celebration, all hosted by her partner and teammate, Vanessa Doofenshmirtz. Don't know why she planned this, but it'll be very interesting to see nonetheless. Speaking of which, coming up after that title celebration, we'll be seeing the Bad Dudes, Monty Monogram and Flash Sentry get one last shot at the Beatdown Tag Team Championships when they take on the current title holders, the SWAT Cats. Then after that match will be a three-way dance as Marshall Moon Montana defends his Intercontinental Championship against both Coop Kuplowski and the Shredder. Next battle will be a totally dramatic explosion at best as the Ultimate Owen tries to knock both Justin and Jeff out of their senses in a handicap match. It's the big guy against the future. After that match, we get ready to break some chains as the former SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair battles against the current Overload Women's Champion Lexi Bunny in a submission match. Then we have two double main events lined up here for you tonight. First, the epic dream match you all have been waiting for. Feel the tremors shake as pro wrestling's immortal legend Hulk Hogan collides against the animated great himself, Bugs Bunny. And finally, the last of our double main event. It's champion versus champion as the current Revolution champion Lincoln Loud goes one-on-one against the current CCW World Heavyweight Champion and the bane of my very existence, Alejandro Muerto. Will we get his regular version, or will we see El Demonio himself? Who will be the superior champion of Cartoon Carnage Wrestling? We're gonna find out right about now as we send it over to ringside to our fellow ring announcer, Alex DeSoto. Well, this ought to be a surprise, I can tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our opening contest of CCW Resurrection, and it is a 20-man battle royal to determine the #1 contender for the CCW United States Championship. Entering at #1 from Duckburg, Launchpad McQuack.
Well, I'll tell you, having to be drawn #1 must be a pain in the butt to begin with, because they're going to have to survive all the way to the end, and for the 7-foot launch pad, that will not be an easy task. Okay, enough about that. Who opened the first two alongside Launchpad? Let's find out right about now.
Introducing the next competitor who has drawn number 2 from California, weighing at 218 pounds, the Jerk, Dan Mandel.
Yep, and he happens to have a chainsaw with him, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of weird that his best friend and monkey boy Chris ain't with him. I really kind of wonder why he's not there with Dan. Maybe he's in the match, maybe he's not, but either way, it'll be very interesting who gets that golden opportunity to become the #1 contender for the U.S. Championship, which is currently held by the concussion artist himself, Fred Jones. But other than that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click on that notification bell for more future updates coming from yours truly. Of course, you see right there the action starting off high and mighty so far. I kind of wonder how intense it'll be with every entrant entering at the 1 minute interval. I reckon we'll have to increase the intensity right to 11 for sure. And of course, you see right there, entering at number 3, we got Ace Bunny representing Lunatics Unleashed. And oh my goodness! Dan is already gone out of this match. Man, that sure got a bite for him. I wouldn't be surprised at the very least if he hunts down Launchpad just for revenge purposes. But yep, that's what you can expect in CCW for sure, folks. Well, who am I kidding? You can always expect the unexpected coming from us, and we do a dang good job at doing so. And as you can see right there, Stewie Griffin now making his way into this matchup. Of course, he has drawn the number 4 spot in this match. And boy, did Stewie come back looking all jacked up like crazy. I'll tell you, that boy has been in the gym like non-stop. What kind of stuff has Lois been feeding him? Holy Toledo, Stewie's looking big. Oh, impressive looking monkey flip by Ace Bunny off the Launchpad. And coming in right now is one half of the Overload Tag Team Champions himself, Phineas Flynn. And if you're asking, no, I can't get his head to be shaped like a Dorito. Trust me, I already tried. It simply does not work. Whoa! Launchpad putting Phineas down awfully good with that big back suplex. That'll definitely get his back aching. Whoa, Stewie's sending Ace Bunny over the top rope. He is definitely in trouble, folks, and oh my goodness, I actually can't believe it! He's actually gone! Yep, you're not seeing this. Ace Bunny, the very same man who ran Kevin Quinn out of Cartoon Carnage Wrestling, and the man who stopped Dan Mandel in his tracks at WrestleBowl 3, has been silenced by Stewie Griffin himself. Oh man, if that's a burial, I don't even know what is. He's definitely not going to live that down, I can tell you that. Of course, you just saw Phineas' partner Ferb Fletcher get flammed by Launchpad big time right there. I kind of forgot he entered the ring in the first place, truth be told. But I know who I'm not forgetting. The fact that Stewie's own father, Peter Griffin, is airing this matchup. He has drawn number 7 in this contest. And with a number like that, you gotta consider how lucky Pierre is gonna be if he wins a match with a number like that. It could be possible, you just may never know, folks. Ooh, you just saw Launchpad get Ferb with that brutal gut shot right there. I heard that, or he still got butterflies in his stomach from looking at Vanessa in the backstage area. You made the call, folks. Anyway, making his way at number 8 is Mordecai, straight out of regular show. Of course, when he's around, you can also expect Rick to be close by in the long run. Oh, and here's something I didn't expect. Ferb getting eliminated by his own brother, Phineas. Man, who would have thunk it, folks? Well, then again, it's true that it's every man for himself in this match. Friend can fight against friend, foe can fight against foe. It's all about the name of the game, everyone. Oh my goodness. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I think Ferb may be stuck, folks. Yeah, you're not imagining things, everyone. Ferb is literally walking in place over at the upper right section at ringside. Yep, it seems that the glitch gremlin has struck yet again, folks. But hey, at least let's be thankful the game at least didn't crash on us. Otherwise, we'd be even more screwed. Of course, you see Stewie Griffin going right after Buster Bunny from Tiny to Adventures right there. He's definitely getting a rough welcome back thanks to the kid from Cool Hog and Launchpad himself. And ladies and gentlemen, the king of Szechuan style is back, everybody. Maury Smith, the Mauryest Maury you ever see in the history of... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what a painful landing that was for Mordecai, folks. I think he might have busted his wing all the way down in the process. Looks painful on my part, I guess. But other than that, it looks like he will not be the one to challenge Fred Jones for the United States Championship at a later date, it seems, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know what hurt worse, that landing or the breakup he had with Margaret out of all people. Yeah, you know I totally went there. Get on with it. Anyway, we got 5 seconds until the next entrant. Who's it gonna be, folks? Well, you talk about your surprises. Here's an obscure one no one other than the usual 80s cartoon fan is gonna know. It is Colonel Bluegrass, straight out of a cartoon called Silverhawks. And believe it or not, folks, he will be one of many faces that will be joining the CCW roster this year, so what a fresh addition he'll make for this 2K22 season. Oh, Morty with the Maury saw over Peter Griffin. He looked right at him like he was a packet of Szechuan sauce, and Maury Smith was that McNugget himself. Not lying, I definitely do crave those McNuggets though. Definitely tastes great with honey mustard sauce. I heard that McNuggets with honey mustard makes the most saltiest McNuggets ever. At least that's what I've heard. Oh, and so much for that return from Maury Smith, though. It looks like Launchpad's about to send him gone. Looks like Launchpad can cross that task of eliminating a former Revolution champion Alpha Battle Royal off his list, no doubt. And I hope we have another ring reinforced inside our other ring, because here comes Fat Albert coming into this matchup at number 12. I think with him in this matchup, you can definitely be sure we'll see a big hoss fight between him and Peter Griffin happen in this match. And I know I can feel it coming myself because it's already happening. Because that's what every hardcore wrestling fan wants to see. A big, good old-fashioned hoss fight. I wouldn't even care who wins that type of fight as long as it gets my money's worth. So consider me a lucky man regardless. Well, Fat Albert got Phineas right in his tracks. Is he gonna set up a big... Oh, wait a minute! Phineas with a big Hurricane Rana counter right on the big man himself. I bet that had to knock Fat Albert over for a loop. If that's the case, maybe Fat Albert should look for a bed to sleep in because he's obviously loopy. Oh, Buster's got Launchpad over. Can we see a big elimination right there? Oh, Bluegrass got one good right there by Albert. I think he knocked the blues right out of his soul. Not lying, Silverhawks is a show I really need to get started on watching soon enough. Can't believe I slept on it way too long. Oh, and Peter Griffin puts Phineas into a dirt nap because that boy is done. So much for that summer of his, even though summer hasn't arrived just yet. Oh, hold up, Bluegrass got Fat Albert in his grip. There it is, a little shake, rattle, roll to shake off a little rhythm out of Fat Albert's system. No wonder he's Hibiki TMD's favorite character for sure. Oh, and here comes one of the co-founders of the Nick Club himself, Bikini Bottom's own boy wonder from the 7 Seas, SpongeBob SquarePants. Oh, and look at this. That Sponge is taking care of business and working overtime because Fat Albert's workout and this Battle Royal is DONE done for the day. Oh, and I think Bluegrass is looking to end Launch Pad's chances of victory here tonight. So far, he's impressing me at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the one who receives that title shot himself. Oh, SpongeBob with that green sweat bikini bomb all over Stewie Griffin. And speaking of which, we're about to be greeted by a special someone from the Galleria Mall himself. It is our resident skater boy from 16 and Total Drama, Jude Lazowski. Oh, I thought he was going to set up something big for Peter, but apparently that small brawl between Launchpad and Bluegrass definitely put an end to things there for Jude indeed. Oh, there we go. Stewie dropping Buster Bunny hard on his head with that brain buster. No doubt Buster Bunny wishes he was right back at Acme University where he belongs. Oh, SpongeBob tried to eliminate Bluegrass right there, but it looks like the sponge got stopped dry on his tracks. Oh, Jude with a kick right to the back of SpongeBob's head. Man, I bet that didn't look tubular. You gotta wonder what Fred Jones has to be thinking about watching those competitors stick out for a chance to get a shot at his U.S. title. Everyone in that ring definitely has to be labeled a threat. Mostly both Launchpad and Peter Griffin, since they both possess the size advantage, whereas SpongeBob, Stewie, and Buster excel in the speed department, and Bluegrass have experience in his arsenal. So it's mostly fair game at this point, folks. The speaking of the spirit, sorry about that. I get this little mumbling in the text most of the times. I know, it's a habit that definitely needs to be stopped. But regardless, speaking of experience, here's someone with a whole lot of experience to boot. It is the one and only Scrooge McDuck at number 15. And just because he may look older than you think, this duck still knows how to outwit with the best of them. While the action's still going on, folks, I want to take this time to thank all of you fans for tuning in to this wonderful time here in CCW's return to YouTube. It means the entire world to me so much that I get to put out content like this on a daily basis, even when I feel like I don't get enough time to put out some of the work I want done on time. But that's worth the price I pay for entertaining the rest of you fans, because you all wait patiently for the best stuff Cartoon Carnage Wrestling offers you and nothing else. And trust me, what I got planned for you for this season will be unlike nothing else you have ever seen before. Maybe going back to basics like my past videos, or gonna be trying new stuff thanks to the new game itself, but either way, I think you'll be satisfied nonetheless. Also, speaking of which, I want to give special shoutouts to my usual friends like always, such as Mark Lovato, 616 Entertainment, V Infuso, and my good friends Brian and Jim at DBPG. You can go check out their channels if you're a big fan of my work. Links, of course, will be on the description, so you can check them out for yourselves. And of course, you just saw Buster Bunny get thrown out of there. Looks like he won't be getting that U.S. title shot himself. Oh, and Launchpad getting that beat of his turn sideways thanks to that brutal beatdown given to him by the 350-pounder Peter Griffin. I don't think that's over yet, though. Stewie with that big top rope stunner on Bluegrass. I'll tell you, we totally need to come up with an awesome name for Stewie's finisher. Comment down below if you want to name Stewie's top rope finisher, folks. Would definitely be worth the help. Speaking of which, would be very, oh, wait a minute. Peter Griffin's got Stewie with a power bomb. And down he goes. That's another one headed for the showers, ladies and gentlemen. Peter Griffin claiming his stake as the head clam of the Griffin family. And it looks like he wants his fair share of Bluegrass as well. Of course, You see Stewie Griffin still out ringside, shocked that his own dad eliminated him from the matchup. I mean, honestly, folks, this matchup is every man for themselves. And in a match like this, even flesh and blood can go after each other like cats and dogs. Oh, speaking of which, I think Bluegrass is tossing over to Stewie from inside the ring because he's about to give Stewie's dad a little case of that shake, rattle, and roll. Yet, he's still not done with Peter just yet. Bluegrass is going to make sure Peter Griffin joins his own son in the locker room. It'll be very interesting to see if he can lift the fat man over and out. Yep, I don't think he can do it, folks. Cannot be done on a big guy quite like Peter Griffin. Anyway, you just saw Big Macintosh come in the ring not too long ago. He is representing My Little Pony Equestria Girls at 16. Gotta say, I love his chances in the match so far. Just his combination of the Sweet Apple Claw mixed with the Sweet Apple Punch can be enough to eliminate anyone from the competition. Whoa, Scrooge already working on the leg of SpongeBob as we already speak. Trust me, those are some bony legs SpongeBob has. They're even way more bony than Ellsworth has in my opinion. Oh, Scrooge taking down his old pilot, launch pad for DDT, yet the action still continues on, folks. Who will be our next entrant? Oh, and coming straight out of the halls of Monster High himself, we've got the invisible prankster, Invincibility, coming in at 17 in this contest. Now, a matchup between Invincibility and Fred Jones for the United States Championship would definitely scream main event all over the world. Yeah, looks like he's having a tough time so far. Jude Lazowski introducing him the hard way with a brutal sunset flip powerbomb. Oh, and just like that, SpongeBob has gotten rid of Colonel Bluegrass in this matchup. The cowboy rides away, folks. Still, my hat goes out to Bluegrass on a job well done. Dude put up a pretty good fight against some of the best. It'll be very interesting to see him down the road in this 2K22 season. Oh, look at here. Launch Pad's got Scrooge up. There it is. The 8-second ride. I think that move might have incapacitated Scrooge long enough for Launchpad to throw him over. If he decides he wants to throw him over to begin with. After all, this is every man for himself. Anyway, right after this matchup, we will finally get to see the moment we've all been waiting for, everyone. And that is the long-awaited debut of CCW's time-traveling spaceman, Buck Todd Russell. Boy, if I'm Daniel Donahue right now, I definitely do not want to be in the same ring as that brute. I mean, have you seen Buck Todd Russell earlier today? He was in the gym bench pressing around 700 pounds full of steel and scarfed down 2 sirloin steak burgers thereafter. That dude is a legit meat machine, and it shows. And I'm guessing SpongeBob could use a little bit of meat himself. You can tell he was having a hard time trying to get Peter Griffin over and out just like that. Yep, it looks like Invincibility is gonna have no problem getting Scrooge McDuck out though. The richest duck in all of Duckburg has been bankrupt, folks. There we go, sweet apple punch from Big Matt straight to Jude. Jude's probably wishing he was right back at that mall where he came from. Well, from Equestria Girls to Monster High, we got a representative from Ever After High joining the fray in the form of Hunter Huntsman, folks. When he's in that ring, everyone, you gotta be aware of that Huntsman's instinct that always strikes the opponent down stone cold, everyone. No doubt that kind of instinct has brought him much needed success in his CCW career. Imagine if he were the one to add that United States Championship to his list of accomplishments, should he win this Battle Royal and then win the championship from Fred Jones somewhere down the line. Well, we could be getting a good possible taste of it, folks. He just got rid of invincibility not too long ago, and I may have a good possible feeling he may be getting started. And while we're on that subject, I also forget to mention that I have an earth-shattering announcement that I'll be making later on tonight. So I want every single one of you to stay tuned as possible if you're curious to see what I've got in my sleeve. Is it a brand new signing? Is it a brand new announcer? Or maybe is it that Mexican pizza I finally tried out after all this time? Either way, you're gonna have to find out. Wait, hold up. Big Mac's got SpongeBob over, could he? Yes, he does. The Sponge Wonder of the Nick Club is done for the day. Oh, excellent Hurricane Run from Drew Lazowski. He's trying to hang in there and survive for as long as he can. It's only a good thing there are at least 2 entrants in this match left to go. So there's a chance he may go all the way to the end, just in case if he isn't eliminated by then. Speaking of which, here comes one of those entrants entering this Battle Royale at number 19. It is Arthur King, straight out of King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. He is feeling ready to go. He is looking quite fresh as it is. And would you agree with me if I said that King Arthur and the Knights of Justice had the best theme song out of a cartoon in the 90s? I mean, it is pure power rock at its finest. Go take a listen to it on YouTube. It is that epic. But not as epic as Launchpad getting super kicked over the top rope and onto the floor by Hunter Huntsman. He is gone, and DJ from Total Drama Island is in. And believe it or not, we are down to our final 6 men in this matchup now. So as this stands out, we now have Big Macintosh, DJ, Drew Lazowski, Hunter Huntsman, Peter Griffin, and Arthur King. Only one of them will be named number 1 contender to the United States Championship, currently held by Fred Jones. Well, let me tell you, you gotta give props to Launchpad McQuack. Like him or not, he managed to hang in there for quite a long time. I mean, he didn't hang on all the way to the end, considering that he was already gone by the time number 20 made his entrance. But dang it, put respect in that guy's name because that dude earned it. Looking at that final 6 men in that ring, it is just plain impossible to choose a winner in this match. You definitely have both DJ, Big Mac, and Peter Griffin in that size department, Drew and Hunter in that speed department, and Arthur King excelling just by experience alone. By the way, he just got flattened hard like a hamburger patty thanks to Big Mac. All that's missing is a hamburger bun, so that way Arthur King can fit between 2 slices of bread with mayo, mustard, pickles, onions, lettuce, and tomato in that order alone. And don't forget to leave out the fries as well. And there you go, Arthur King gets served out of the Battle Royal. No shake for him, unfortunately. But geez, all this food talk is literally making me hungry. I've always kind of wondered if McDonald's orders by delivery though. Ooh, what I wouldn't do for a McNuggets with large fries right about now with honey mustard sauce. Yeah, as you just saw right there, Drew Lazowski and Big Macintosh going over and out pronto, which means that one of these final 3 men will go on to face Fred Jones for the U.S. Championship at a later date. Is it going to be DJ, Peter Griffin, or Hunter Huntsman? Only time will tell as this matchup moves on. Whoa, Peter's got a good hold of Hunter's locks. Oh, clipping him from behind with a painful European uppercut. Just being hit with that alone would make it enough to give anybody whiplash. And it looks like we've got another big house fight here on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. A battle of size versus size. The battle of power versus fat is going on. And from my standpoint, it looks like the powerhouse is winning. I think we may have an elimination happen on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, well, wait a minute, maybe not. Looks like I spoke too soon for myself, folks.
Oh my goodness, with a silver flippin' fork! DJ just launched Peter Griffin over his shoulders!
I mean, seriously, Peter has to weigh over 350 pounds, and DJ just launched Peter over like a helpless watermelon getting thrown from a catapult. I think it may be safe to say that we may have found a favorite to win this entire Battle Royal, and his name may very well be DJ. Of course, you see right there, Hunter Huntsman trying to pick up the scraps that DJ left out for him, but yeah, it seems that Peter still has those scraps left in that table of his. Oh, you might as well have to get a spatula to scrape the fat man off, and trust me, that ain't gonna be an easy thing to do right there. And you might as well get DJ a spatula as well, because he just got flattened by that German suplex caused by the rebellious Ego Vega himself. Look at the display of strength coming from Hunter Huntsman. That dude does not know how to quit whatsoever. Oh, incredible counter by Hunter, reversing that little military press into a tornado DDT. And Hunter nails that arrowhead on top of Peter Griffin in the process. This guy is taking out both giants at the same time like they were nothing. This David is definitely becoming their Goliath at this point, and it could be a matter of time before Hunter takes this match and that #1 contendership in his hands. So I guess that means Hunter's definitely going to be the new favorite to win this matchup hands down. If that's the case, then I'm all in for it. There we go, back suplex right there. He's got DJ up by his feet. Oh, and DJ straight up slaps him silly. And I think that was a big mistake from Hunter to do that to the big man himself. Therefore, Hunter Huntsman is G-O-N-E gone. Dudes and dudettes, we are now down to our final 2 minutes of the matchup. DJ and Peter Griffin. Oh man, I'm running out of breath here. Whoa, DJ has the fat man up. Boom! The powerhouse plunge! DJ just flattened Peter Griffin good there, but I don't think he's quite done yet. He's still got more left in the tank. DJ with the record scratch! I think it's safe to say who Fred Jones' #1 contender is going to be now, and you're looking at him. Oh, but Peter Griffin is not going to allow it. He wants that title shot, and I don't blame him. DJ getting right back up on his feet, and look at this stare down go right down before our very eyes. And the bullfight has begun, folks. Whoa, excellent snap suplex by Peter Griffin. That one caught DJ by surprise, but he still ain't done yet, folks. He's still got juice left in him. He's got the big dude at the ropes. Can Peter Griffin muster up every last ounce of strength he has to get him out? DJ's right by the apron. Can he hang on long enough to survive? He cannot. Peter Griffin wins. My goodness. What a cliffhanger of a match this was! No Sly Stallone included! This was a back and forth contest between the final two, but at the end, it was Peter Griffin who survived long enough to win this Battle Royal and get that #1 contender spot against Fred Jones for the US title. Fred might have to watch this back because Peter's going after his championship. The only question is when. Folks, stay tuned, we'll be right back. You're watching CCW Resurrection.